Send in the clowns. And I just realized I can't remember the damn tune. Hello, everybody. My name is Puppetine. I'm from the Geeky Pup Show here on the Geeky Pup Show today. For what? For the Winchesters, episodes 11 and 12. And joining me, I guess he's back on in, it is Froggy.
Hi!
I thought you were dropping a log in the swamp.
You know, funny thing about logs.
They float?
And so do your neighbors.
We all float down here. But, actually, that's a timely reference. So listen, I know last week I was all by my lonesome, my own little puppet self, and I didn't touch the Winchesters. Well,
I just want to say thank you for not touching them.
I'm sure they're grateful too. But last week's episode was dealing with the with the aftermath of John being accused of killing what was his name? Kyle. He was possessed by the Akrita and he was a reporter and he killed himself and made it look like John did it. So John was on the run from the police and they tried to figure everything out and they basically came to the conclusion by the end of it, okay, we need to hit the road so that way they don't catch us. That's brilliant. But that means they're on the road, they're away, they're from a site, and it leads us to this episode. So I wasn't a huge fan of last week's episode. I found it very forgettable, oddly enough, with that information. But this episode, I loved.
Yes. Last episode was kind of like, okay, we more of Betty, which I don't care to see about, but it served a purpose because, as you those who watched the former show, they got away with a lot of shit. So it basically reminded that that a possessed officer basically rattled off John's former charges, including assault, sort of conduct and vandalism, and his penchant for violence started long before he entered the world of hunting. So yeah, it was all right. It was kind of a callback to the main series. You got to see what's her name? Mary confront Betty.
Yeah, and Betty gets to learn that, oh my gosh, this shit is real. And oh no, I'll help John because I care about John, even though I'm not with John.
Yes. So the great thing is, though, is that this episode did start off great. It started off with a narration by Dean Winchester. Yes.
And this one, you mean?
Yes. This
with
one.
The clowns?
Yes.
We're on to the clowns. Perfect.
Yes.
Actually, no, it doesn't start with John. Dean Winchester.
I skipped the.
You skipped the whole cold open where you have the boy running through the abandoned carnival in the middle of the night,
and then he runs into what was that? A Bundy? What was the clown?
Limbo,
no,
and it's really great. I love it. So this whole episode is pretty much dealing with Limbo the clown. He is a clown that goes from carnival to carnival and has since the days of the Depression. And he sold his soul for dark magic, so that way he is never sad. So he kidnaps people and brings him into his clown group. Gives them just joy once they fall under his spell. So what's happening in this one? Well, Mary and John are miserable. They're fighting throughout this episode, and they don't know what to make of it. Though Mary, at one point, because she's the first to go away from John during one of their fights, she finds the ticket, gets inside, and I gotta say, Clown Mary ain't bad.
Yeah, I gotta say, holy crap, Harley Quinn. Hot Harley Quinn, not Margaret Robbie Quinn.
Mary does not make a bad clown.
Exactly. And then we see that John ends up being seeing the mirror behind Mary, confronting it, because they got a ticket. Basically, is if you got this ticket, Limbo, you'd see his little tent there. You go in there, then you go into the funhouse of mirrors, and then you see your reflection, yourself covered in clown makeup, and then you start laughing,
And
and
you
then
are a clown.
you're permanently happy. But
Yeah.
but the problem is that you can still remember everything though.
So here's the thing.
John Wayne Gacy was not in this. Here's the thing, yeah.
Latika, Lada, and Carlos are the ones that saved the day. Because at near the midpoint of this episode, there is a character introduced, and basically he's only there for a minute. But he has been studying Limbo all along because he lost his brother, his little brother, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And did you say Roger? Was that his name?
Roger was either the kid or the older guy.
I can't remember. Either way, this kid is the one in the clown car. Oh my god, I love it. All the clowns came out of the clown car, the victims of Limbo, and they were going to tear them apart. But they got in the clown car thinking it was empty. But then up comes the little kid. They are able to remind him that his brother is out there, still looking for him, never forgetting him.
And then he cries. Of course, this breaks the spell because Limbo, basically, what the clown had made a deal with the witch, pact of the witch, that he could stay happy forever. This, of course, made him immortal, and of course, because he didn't want to be lonely by himself. Basically, what they thought, he's basically trying to rebuild his carnival.
Mm-hmm.
That was basically gone because of the depression.
However, if that spell's broken, if they leave the happiness, then he is destroyed, and that's what happens. Limbo,
yeah.
I think this might be one of their best, just pure inventions off the top of their heads, because I went looking after to see if this was based off of anything, because it's just such a great myth. It was so much fun.
Yeah, as far as Limbo goes, that's the second clown we've had now. While in the Supernatural series, fandom, first one was what the boys went after.
Yes.
In later seasons. That one I think was based off of John Wayne Gacy. Because he showed up at little kids' birthday parties. Yes. But this one just basically wanted to be not alone. He wanted to be happy.
He just wanted to be happy, so he sold his soul. And
yes. He's not the only person that's gonna be taking a part of his soul, because Ada goes to basically a casino for witches, and she meets Rowena. Yeah, Rowena is back, and she's looking for her son Crawley. Remember, this is a prequel, so she hasn't found her son yet. Crawley, who later on became the king of hell, while Lucifer was in the cage. So she teams up with Ada a little bit, and she gives Ada in return, hey, I need you to do this for me, little quid pro quo. And so she gives a part of her magic, this crystal, but she says there's a catch. If you really want to use this, you have to give a part of your soul into that in order to kill the Krita Queen. But so at the end, the whole Scooby Gang's back in the mental letter thing, and Rowena had said, hey, it's already kind of started. There's something about this whole with the planets aligning.
5 planets aligning.
Yes, and Latika looks at the things, at the plans, and she says, it already started. Good thing, and then so when she says she has this weapon, and basically, no one knows that the other part, but she has to use part of her soul. So this might explain later on in the actual other series why she kind of the way she is.
Yeah, no, definitely. Also, we have to go ahead and address John. John is cleared of charges already. Yes, that's one thing that really disturbed me. If this was a full season of Supernatural was, 22 episodes, let's go ahead and say, then it doesn't need that. It doesn't. But they should have had them longer on the run. I would have preferred them away from the police, away from everything.
Now, the one thing that's missing from the show is the awesome music that we had in the first one. When they get in the car, they drive away. Where is I want to hear some sticks. I want to hear the what was the song they played? Where they be hunted. I can't remember what the name of it is, but Ron, you probably know. But
Maranya doesn't know.
you should. She's a Sticks listener. I think. I thought it was.
Well, you have to remember the Winchesters. Oh, pardon me. At their current
Renegade.
time,
Yes.
Yes, it's while good music is coming out, they are set in a specific. They're in the 1970s, so
I know, but
they still have good music to come.
I love the fact that when Dean and Sam were originally being hunted by that cop, and they're wanted, they had that photo poster of them. They got in the car, they turned it on, and they played Renegade by Styx.
Yeah. So here is what I want to say, because next week is the season finale. I think that Dean is going to show up towards the end after they go ahead and face the Akrita, and it's going to tease the next big bad for this show to get canceled. I don't think it's going to make it to season 2.
I think this is actually going to go on to season 2.
I just don't see it with the CW being the way it is.
The show I see being canceled is probably going to be Superman and Lois before this. This is the way CW is.
Well, I mean, so what? They'll keep it. Do you think they'll keep it on indefinite hold and then? I don't know.
This show takes place during the mid-70s. There's an early Pacific year that I saw.
No, we don't know a specific year.
We just know it takes place in the 70s.
Yes.
So actually, so they actually, they did play a song in the very beginning when everybody's walking around. Yeah, everybody loves the clown. Oh
no! Oh yeah, right in the middle. I remember.
Gary Lewis and the Playboys. Everybody loves the clown was playing while John and Mary are walking around at the the carnival during the day.
Yeah, if it's before, there you go. See, if it's before,
I know, but I'm just saying there has to be some kind of cool song before that.
So yes, there are cool songs before that. Next week's episode is called "The Hey, That's No Way to Say Goodbye." Oh boy, with a name like that. So
at the end here, John and Mary kind of they make up. Yeah, it was kind of rushed with the mom showing up at the Jeep and like, hey, guess what?
Hey, you cleared of all charges.
That he called 911 before he even got to the place. They could prove the time of death, So
there you go.
The lawyer found a loophole, so you're off the hook. But John, you still ran away, so they want to question you.
Yeah, but they don't want to think about that. Got him some slack. I don't think it's going to make it to a season 2. I just don't.
If Bad Batch can keep going, why can't this show?
Because Bad Batch isn't on the CW. See, that's the difference. I'm not saying it's because the show isn't good. It's fine. I think the show is decent. The thing is, I just don't see it lasting with how the CW is doing things right now. I think maybe Superman and Lois has one more season, and then I'm kind of checked out. I don't care about Gotham Knights. I will not sit there and watch that abomination. And I'm just kind of done. Well, but we should go ahead and say it is a very important day for the supernatural world.
Yeah, and as of right now, even March,
No, it's March 1st. So it is the birthday of Jensen Ackles. He is 45. Happy birthday.
I don't know if that. You just make that up?
No, I just looked it up.
Oh. No, I was just going to say, the show right now doesn't know if it's going to go for a season 2 or not. It hasn't been canceled yet, so they're kind of, it's this, we'll know. If it makes it, it's cool. If it doesn't, we still have Gotham Knights.
What did I just say? We're not going to watch Gotham Knights. I have my line. That is the line. I'm done. I'm done, boy. I'm done.
But Papa, I want to watch Gotham Knights.
Eat shit, frog. So anyway, that's the end of our
review. I deal with your cooking all the time.
We only have one more episode to go. We're going to have to wait and see how it is. It's no way to say goodbye, but we'll We'll hope that it's good. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you're watching the show. If you're not watching the show, just leave a comment down below. Give us your thoughts of what you heard, maybe, or maybe what you think of the show if you're watching it. Also, check out the Ko-Fi if you can. It helps. It helps to have that for the StreamYard and for the Marvel and DC. And I'm thinking about maybe this next DC cycle, I might get the advanced one, so that way I get books a month after they're released.
Oh, fancy. So you're going to pay $125?
Is that how much it is?
I don't know, but it sounds like it'd probably be the price.
It's that special one. But
yeah,
if so, maybe we could start.
Like I said, if you're roughly paying $80 a year for DC Unlimited, they're probably going to give you another $25 you have to pay.
It's usually $7. It is $70. I think the 100 one is including like, oh, you get this box set and stuff. I don't care about that.
I want that stuff. Send it to me. I have a big
that's enough of our bickering. Thank you so much for watching. We're gonna go watch The Flash and Kung Fu. Hiya! And be there for those reviews. That's it for now, though. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye!
See you in an hour, John!